I first met him when I was a junior in college, about 52 years ago. He was teaching me Aristotle's Ethics, junior philosophy, at St. Mary's College. I was captivated by his enormous energy and his enormous enthusiasm. He was more alive than most people.
We had to, when I was in college, read the great books. So when I started to read those, I could tell immediately the difference between reading those books and reading textbooks. Genuine education would be concerned with reading the important text, the really important text of great minds, and trying to deal with those great minds.
He had a confidence about what he was doing. He made it clear to me that his confidence did not come from the fact that it was his idea. He said, this is something the church has been doing since the Middle Ages. This is a traditional form of education, and his confidence came from the teaching church.
We wanted to be Catholic and seriously Catholic. And if you want something to be seriously Catholic, then, strangely enough, you have to listen to what the Catholic Church teaches. And therefore, if you're going to have Catholic education, then you're going to have to order things according to the mind and the principles, the doctrine of St. Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas is the greatest Catholic teacher and the greatest thinker. Every pope, almost since the death of St. Thomas, has said that.
He loved the truth. He was a lover of wisdom. He had been given the gift that made him a great teacher, that when he loved something, you loved it too if you were in the same room.
He was truly inspirational. His enthusiasm and love for what we were learning was contagious. Dr. McArthur's hope was that, armed with the faith, with the beginnings of wisdom in natural and divine things, and a love for God and His church, our graduates would be a force for good in society.
In the measure in which you have people who understand something, who can reason about something, who can see the connection between principles and conclusions, and who have a kind of inclination to go back to principles and see what are the principles and what come from those principles, in that measure, things are better rather than worse.
Dr. McArthur was like a father to us. He took a personal interest in each one of us. He talked to us about the importance of what we were learning. He kept his eyes on the morale of the students, gave us pep talks when we needed them, and kept us going by his love and concern.
By living the right way, by understanding the right way to live, by seeing the right way to live in terms of Christian wisdom, by doing that, then you will be able to do much more in your life with yourselves, your families, those around you, the church, and finally, even civil society.
His presence, his talent, his persona, his enthusiasm carried that whole movement. And so I'd say between God and Ron McArthur, the college is here today.
Thomas Aquinas College stands as an expression of Ron's spiritual life, a reflection of his love for Christ and his church, his devotion to the saints, and his deep and abiding faith, hope, and charity.
You've got a school, it's going in the right direction, it keeps going in the right direction, and it will keep going in the right direction in the measure in which we all cooperate in terms of the end of the school. The fulfillment of this kind of thing is in the life of prayer and the life of contemplation, and that means for all of us.
I remember his mother once told me that when he was a little boy, he would bring the waifs and strays off the street to his home, and these were usually the kids that were rejected by their peers and didn't have friends. All the instances of such kindness and charity that took place in his life, only God will know about.
If this kind of education does not lead to more prayer and more of an interior life with Christ, then in a way it's stunted. Ask yourself, what gifts do I have that are worthwhile? How can I use those gifts to serve God, to serve the church, and then go do that with them?